want to tell you, Trish Stratus appears to be aging in reverse before my eyes. She got 2 years younger since this match.
So, yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for the memories that I had with my dad. It was great. Thank you for that, guys. But my question is not a wrestling question. One of my favorite shows is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you ever shown Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson your imitation of the Boulder?
Well, I was not imitating Dwayne. At the time that I was given that character, there was no illustration, so I didn't know he was going to look like Dwayne. The funny thing is, people think I'm ripping off Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but I'm really ripping off Jesse "The Body" Ventura. I don't have a lot of voices, so all I did with the Boulder is I rolled my final consonant sounds like Jesse does. So I did, the Boulder is conflicted. The Boulder is no longer conflicted. I get to sign 2 or 3 Boulder things every con, and my hope is there'll be a Boulder pop. Because I think the more pops you have, Amy, do you have one yet? No. Give her a pop, all right? Give the lady a pop. So I'm grateful though that I heard that Al Snow is going to have a small vinyl figure made, which is likely the only pop he'll ever have.
Go ahead. So I work the Indies, and some of the advice I get a lot is don't be afraid to say no.
Yeah.
But the stakes are a lot higher when you're on TV and whatnot. So I was wondering if there's any times you've ever said no to something.
No, do you have an idea?
I mean, I feel like a lot of times, I mean, in your match, you do have a lot more control, you know, and so I've always felt comfortable saying, if I'm not familiar with somebody's move, or especially if we're planning a match last minute and I haven't taken someone's finisher, I've always felt comfortable saying, like, let's do that another time when I can make sure I can not only make it look good, but be safe about it. I found that I had much more leeway saying no to physicality than storylines. I do feel that once it's been delivered to you, it is already decided that is, in fact, what you will be doing. That we just take a look through the low-light reel of my career and know that I was like, in my mind, being like, what? Absolutely not. Okay, great. Yeah. Sounds good. Totally. Okay.
In my case, I don't know if this is news to a lot of you out there, but I'm not a naturally gifted athlete. And so there were a lot of things that I physically could not do that other wrestlers wanted to do. So I made sure I had a really good selection of backup moves that usually were not only as good, but sometimes better for the flow of the match. And I really found that I think that being constrained by my limited athleticism really encouraged my creativity. So I could come up with creative stuff that wasn't as physical, but that fit into the character. And I did unfortunately have to say no to physicality when it got to be too regular when I did my time in TNA. Because that was, it was just, the ratings were going well. They just wanted a little more each week, and I was getting concussions on a fairly frequent basis. And that's where I had to say, no, I can't do that, it's affecting me. So that was difficult to do, because I used to be a guy who prided himself on being able to take just about anything.
Like,
You got it.
is there an